E galerinha, voltamos aqui com Final Fantasy. Depois da última vídeo que a gente saiu na porrada com o Titã, vamos continuar nossa vida cotidiana.
Conquering hero returns, and with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave, as did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
Bora, banta, tá com o mapa aí. Não faz sentido mesmo. 2 cristais ainda.
Walud claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Walud shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang? Only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Walud. It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
Foda.
In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his report.
Ah, tem que fazer side?
Well, not quite all in your case.
Side.
The hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
É foda.
Yes, we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Viril pra caralho. Tá, deixa eu falar com a galera. Tem que falar com quem? Sharon, Blackthorn e o Apocrypha. Apocrypha não, o cara da. O velho. Esse cara tá sempre com alguma coisa aqui, hein? Levando um alfação. Deixa eu ver. E gato, cachorro, caralho.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what Mary in then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's
Karen
true.
pica.
Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders then. Good. Starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head though.
Thank you. Sharon, você tem alguma coisa nova aí pra mim?
Is it business or pleasure?
Ah. Que? Rebolo? Ah, melhorador, que estranho. Estranho o nome dessa arma. Eu não gastei nada, né? Destruído, gastei um item de cura.
Blackthorn.
Do you have a minute?
What is it? Busy. I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead. I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then.
Ele ficou felizão mesmo.
During you said. I'll try to live up to the name.
Isso mesmo. Tá, falta só o velho. É cachorro. Poderia pegar uma cerveja pra galera ali. Uma rodada, poderia. Ah, não vou pagar nada não. Aqui eu tô mão de vaca hoje. Não, que eu não sou mão de vaca, hein? Mão de vaca é meu namorado.
Clive, have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying.
Ele cara foda.
He is. The big baby.
Caraca, o moleque dubla bem.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It does.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him with my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible.
Ele parece um peixe, né? A última. O bicho é muito estranho.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Valeu.
It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Para de cair FPS, caralho. O cara tá sempre levando alguma coisa, ó. Porra, agora acabou a magia. O que que é? O tomatão? Tomatão não, alfação.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
A galera tá felizona que o mano morreu, que eu compreendo. O cara foi um filho da puta doente, obcecado por matar o Clive. Sid, no caso, né?
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something. Just spreading the word.
So,
Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed. No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
Mas como?
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been
Uh-huh.
hammer and tongs down at that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Esse jogo é mais ou menos assim, né? Tem uma puta cena de ação foda. E aí tem esse break. Que parece que é entre os cristais, né? E fica aí conversando com a galera e tal. Fazendo massagens, essas porra. Tá, podia ser diretão, um cristalzão até do outro, mas tá bom. Obede, seu pai. Tá morto. Vamos rezar.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now.
Right now.
This thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal.
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts making.
Ok.
The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here.
Ok.
Mr. Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Dá trabalho essa garota também, hein? Caralho.
I can't make it nor tell of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Ó. Putz, tá. Preciso fazer um barco agora. Beleza, filha da puta. Mas tudo bem, tudo bem. A gente tem que fazer uma oficina, fazer um barco. Enterprise. Isso é do Final Fantasy 4, não é? Você acha que é? Sei lá se é. Talvez seja. É. Talvez. Não lembro, eu joguei o 4 há muito tempo atrás. Nos 10 ainda, não foi nem a versão celular ou a versão nova, né? Ah, aquela versão antiga? É, foi ela. Aquela versão não é legal. Sim, aquela versão celular é a versão de DS, né? É a versão de DS. É muito boa. É boa pra caramba.
Blackthorn, could I ask a favor?
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
This is my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will ya?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperature she's talking about. Which is where you
Adamante?
come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it.
Ah,
As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
tá. Eu vou com o Otto.
You going after which one of these?
Otto, você vai comigo.
Otto. All right then. Where do we find this stardust? How will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sack loads of the stuff. Might be worth hiring porters in the Dally Mill Inn. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
You two take care, eh? I'll go and see the supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
Ah, he wouldn't do that. He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
What's the luck?
Filha da puta, só tem cuzão. Tá, vamos logo, vai. Taratum-tum. Uma hora eu saio na porrada com um gigante de pedra. Eu tô hora de comprar areia. A vida é altos e baixos mesmo, hein? Porra, altos e baixos pra caralho. Onde é que é? Tá. Pera aí. Tá, é pra cá melhor. Eu mal explorei o deserto, né, com vocês. Mas eu não vou fazer isso, não. É mó rolê. Mó rolê. Vou ficar na minha.
The river.
Ah, o riozinho aqui, ó.
There's Otto.
Não tem muita coisa, mas é um deserto, cara. É areia. Ah, cadê o Otto? E aí, Otto? Caralho.
Otto. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, Clive. I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area's our best bet.
Ok.
Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with this stardust stuff's a good idea. It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling.
Pô, tem que pegar areia? Tá. Ok. Ô, lagartinho? Não. Tá. Eu preciso aqui um pouquinho, um massinho de areia. Beleza.
This is stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Stardust. Lembra aquele dragão do Yu-Gi-Oh? Opa, Stardust Dragon. Oh, legal pra caralho aquele dragão. Nunca consegui invocar ele, porque eu nunca joguei também de Synchron, né? Eu nunca curti muito Synchron. Eu sou um rapaz mais UDS. Eu gosto de usar no máximo... Aquele que eu tô mentindo, eu usava Exceed do Mago Negro. Exceed era da hora.
That should be enough for now.
É uma cartona preta, tá ligado? Bonita. Eu sei que aquela carta branca feia que pega cardice. Mas o Stardust é da hora pra caralho. O design dele é o segundo maior design de dragão de Yu-Gi-Oh! Só perde pro Slifer e pro Yu-Gi-Oh! E pro branco, dragão negro e dragão milenar, que é muito legal também.
How much did you get?
Enough.
I hope.
together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining. Much. Here, Clark. Do you fancy a walk?
Eu tenho escolha? Não. Ai, ai.
Sid will be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoiled little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Yo, give over. You're making me blush.
Aw.
All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts, put them back on their feet, gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did. About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its toll on the old pins.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
Tá, e agora?
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Au! Beleza, a primeira parte da brincadeira acabou. Deixa eu voltar a falar com a Mid. Mano, mudar só uma letra no nome é uma sacanagem da mãe dela. E quem é a mãe dela, será? É uma pergunta, verdade. Será que... Isso é... Opa, Blackthorn, caralho. E é verdade, não falam muito o que é a mãe. Nunca falo. Eu fiz o jogo inteiro, fiz tudo com essa porra. E nunca comentaram que é a mãe da Beat. Isso eu acho que é irrelevante também, né? Vamos ser sinceros.
Blackthorn, got everything you need.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Já era, já era. Nossa, eu ganhei 500 experiência pra pegar areia. Porra, aí sim, que é isso aqui?
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Ô Blackthorn, tem como fazer uma arma aí pra mim?
What do you want?
Porra, essa aqui é melhor. Célula do caçador. Deixa eu só ver uma coisa antes. Não. Não quero saber melhorador. Aumenta 15 dano. 15 dano me chama atenção, hein. Não, 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 não. Foco, foco. Fun. Vou manter minha espadinha antes aqui mesmo, que eu gosto dela. É 15 é 15 de dano, é 15 de dano, caralho. Ô, cara, não fácil. Essas partes do jogo são muito chatas, né? É meio cansativo, bem cansativo. Eu entendo, eu entendo. Tem como deixar o jogo sempre no talo, tá ligado? Lutas épicas e tal. É impossível, é impossível. Isso não vai acontecer nunca. Não, não vai. Mas ainda assim, caralho. Para pão, pão.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. One down, two to go.
Oh boy.
What's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all details.
Fulana, filha da puta.
What's her name? Right.
Você não sabe o nome da galera que trabalha com você, Mid.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force.
Ok.
Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating.
Ok.
In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually...
É óbvio, é lógico, é
This is
lógico.
where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood.
Yes.
If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand.
Deu, é mais ou menos, né?
Be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing.
Tá.
The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid.
É nóis.
I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Tá. Deixa eu lá. Onde que fica isso da aula perdida? Tá em cima. Suavidade. A aula perdida é aquela galera, né? Que tem aquele cara suspeito que é o líder. Que a galera tá presa na igreja. Eu tô viajando. Tô viajando nada, é isso mesmo. Onde que é isso? Tá. Como é que chega lá? Tem minimapa. Deixa eu ver o minimapa. Não tem, né? Não. Ah, tá muito escuro. Peraí, tô fazendo merda? Não, né? Não, peraí. Não. Eu acho que não, pelo menos. Não, eu tô fazendo merda assim. Tô fazendo merda, caralho. Tá, pera, como é que eu chego ali? Aqui não dá pra entrar. Pronto, achei. Suave. Acho que agora tá certo. Agora tá certo. É isso mesmo. Agora tá certo. Agora deixa aí. Deixa o pau torar. E Clive, dá uma aceleradinha aí, Clive. Cadê aquele boost que você dá às vezes? Cadê aparecer a viúva triste? Apareceu o mato. Dois guil? Ali, ó, a viúva negra. Cadê a viúva triste? Puta, puta! Oito. Uau, eu lembro quando o 8 era muito. É, bons tempos. 8 não é porra nenhuma. Olha aí as plantas que saem porradas. Os dias desvia. Tá, é aqui. É esse aqui? Não, né? Volta. Ok. Ah, achei. Pode pular, Clive, seu animal.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Não.
Of course. I'll be right back.
Eu tava lá certinho, tinha que falar com a mina primeiro. Acho que vai ser uma coisa dos antigos, vai ser um robozão, quer ver? Vamos ver. Tem um baú ali. Cadê o baú da esquerda? Ah, não, é um demônio.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Ai, ai, ai. Puta. Ô, louco, como é que essa porra me acertou? Eu não estou vendo os golpes. Eu não estou vendo os golpes. Nossa, cara, que pau. Peraí, cachorro. Ai, tomar no cu. Se foda, se foda. Se foda. Vai pra pelar, vou pelar então, que se dane. Cara, eu não tô conseguindo ver a tela. Não é que eu jogue mal. Eu não estou vendo a tela. Prau. Tome, cachorro. Trá. Peguei o ritmo, agora já era, filho. Agora já era. Ya. Pronto. Foi ridículo, foi ridículo. Mas eu matei. Quanto que deu? 1.150? Suave. Algum item interessante? Não.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Thank goodness you're safe.
Nice.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
Right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Beleza, falta só mais uma parte. 300, tá ótimo. Olho do guerreiro, aumenta a duração de tônico robusto. Bem que foda ser uso. Vamos lá, doguinho. Deixa eu voltar a falar com a Mid. Ah, tá, tô ali. Essa virada na câmera me deu um bug mental agora. Eu gastei um item muito bom de cura, que nem um animal. Tudo bem. Essas coisas acontecem. Então, essa música é gostosa. Caraca, você gostar dessa música. A mulher é uma rica, uma burguesa. Conversar com ela é estressante. Vamos lá, filha, falta um ainda.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm.
Falou bem devagar o nome da mina.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
Why?
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Terms? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously.
Uh-huh.
The details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Deixa eu falar com o velho. Não seria só usar, sei lá. Eu não sei, não manjo essas coisas. Cala sua boca, vai. Você não sabe nem o que você tá falando. Eu não sei mesmo. Então... Bom, depois daqui a gente vai pro Cristal do Príncipe, se eu não me engano. Que é um dos mais legais. Fácil. É fácil. Deixa eu falar com o velho de novo.
Hippocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Ele tá vendo em cima de mim?
This time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside.
Ok.
Remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike.
Ok.
We have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of... pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends.
Tá.
Knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Tem que fazer piche?
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
I love you, choose.
Although can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
Vou com você, enfermeira. Ó, sempre.
These fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Finalmente a última missão nessa coisa. Já escolhi. A médica? Porra,
So,
fácil.
Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Tarja.
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list here.
Yui.
Garlic. Conch shells. Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Tá.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
Ela deixou o cabelo crescer, né? Ela tinha Chanel. Tá puta não, Jill. Eu só queria passar um tempo com a médica, mas é você no meu coração. Tá ok? A médica não está no meu coração. Só um pouquinho, ela tá um pouquinho. Não fala pra Jill que ela tá no meu coração. Senão a Jill vai me castrar. Ela é Shiva. Ela me congela.
Where's Talia?
Taia. Mano, tá ali.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on
Won't
these.
have use.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right.
Ok.
What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
Tá. Deixa eu comprar essa aqui com a galera. Ô tio.
What do you want?
Olha aí, vintão.
Come on. Take it.
Super poção. Vou comprar também, já tô aqui. Pô, vintão é suave, hein? E você, tio?
What can I interest you in today?
Alho. Vintenzão. Gente do céu, que barato.
Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Fresh cuts.
Cara, é
Find a bruised pippin.
uma missão muito suave, hein?
Well, did you find everything?
Sim, senhorita.
Did. Here.
Ih.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done.
Thank you.
Get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting.
O que foi?
But we're not in too much of a rush, are we?
Você vai paquerar, né?
Chat.
Sem vergonha. Sem vergonha. Para de cair FPS, caralho.
Do you know,
I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
É lógico.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire.
Absurdo, nunca.
No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back.
O que foi?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was...
O cabelo dela tá duro, velho. Passa gel.
Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring,
Tira a roupa, tira a roupa.
you're appreciated too. By all of us.
Oh. Só não conta pra Jill.
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tome so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
Ok.
All right. And
Thank you.
again.
I heard you the first time.
Grossa. Tá, vamos lá. Aqui, ó. Let's go, let's go. Deixa eu falar com o velho.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
E a gente vai fazer o item lá. Eu vou levar pra garota. E essa quest estará completa de fazer um motorzão. Tá escuro o jogo, né? Loucura minha.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance.
Thank you.
I was just explaining to Taya how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that. Of course.
Olha que filha da puta, velho. Fura o olho da menina e chama a menina pra trabalhar junto depois. Cabelo duro do caralho.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
Hehe.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me.
Deixa comigo.
Hippocrates.
Agora... Será que eu subo um nível? Será que eu subo um nível? Não. Caralho, quentão, velho. Força, tanque preto e criptotero. Cara, tem um monte de item pra vender. Tem, né? Porra! Tem um item pra caralho. Peraí, deixa eu ver uma coisa. Deixa eu tentar outro caminho. Pra variar um pouco. Então, tem um monte de item pra vender. Depois eu vendo. Eu não quero. Eu mal gasto dinheiro, né? Tipo, eu gastei muito pouco do dinheiro. É. Você gastou quando você comprou os itens que você gasta de cura, né? Que você gasta que nem um animal. É, mas isso aí é coisa da vida. É normal. E a molecada? É, livro sem foto é foda. Ei, mate.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. You'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Down.
Like me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, let's start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
Vamos lá, Mid, você perturba, hein? Eu gosto dessa salvador, é muito boa.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Ela riu sem mexer a boca. Maligno. Um tempinho depois.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
What?
Sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Tá. Ô, Mid. Bora ver seu pai?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it.
Ah.
Close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always?
Ah.
All right. My mind's made up. As soon as
the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
Sim.
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Tá. Nossa senhora. Galera, vou parar por aqui. Espero que tenham gostado. Falou e até a próxima.